Hello, 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 my loyalists, kings and queens of the Malloy show. I am back, and I'm so excited to be back with y'all. Last week's episode was simply phenomenal. I want to really just say thank you to everyone who tuned in, everyone who showed love to my merchandise on the Malloy show. It is still up, and you can still shop, and I'm very, very thankful for all of your support. Before we get into the lick and hit of things, I must ask that you like and share and subscribe to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about becoming a plant-based dad, or as I would like to say, a plant daddy. I really think that is like so sexy to me. Maybe that's weird, but I think that it's cool. But becoming a plant-based daddy is like, it's been so freaking cool. I started this journey back at the beginning of this year. And it was a life-altering event, and literally ever since then, I have honestly been blessed to be a plant daddy, as I would like to say it, and really and transform into a new part of life. The inspiration behind this would it's a lot, but honestly, I've always wanted to live a more healthier life, and a life that really really gave back more to the world in which I live in. Honestly, being around plants, being around gardens, being around nature has always been important and enlightening to me. I've always been a lover of nature. I've always loved going to gardens. I've always loved like house plant shopping and whatnot. And as you can see, my beautiful plants from Home Depot, actually, these two are peace lilies, and later on in the video I will definitely give y'all a tour of the rest of the plants. All of them are actually not named. I have 3 named so far out of 5 plants, and honestly, I have some more to go. I probably have about 5 more plants I want to get for the house, but yeah, just having plants all around the house that really livens up and enlightens my space really makes it more exciting to be back at home, and definitely having a story and a name for each plant really makes me feel fulfilled. It makes me honestly makes me like connected to the people that these plants are named after. The inspiration, as I said before, has been huge behind why I started it. Just like I said, like visiting gardens, following certain people not following certain people, but following people who just love plants. Okay, so after I was rudely interrupted from my phone by notifications and whatnot. Damn, my curls look good. Anywho, let's focus on the subject at hand. As I was saying earlier about the inspiration behind everything, I've just wanted to always live more so of a plant-based life. And being a plant daddy has been like so cool and refreshing and so enlightening to me, and being so in tune with nature and the earth around me. It's really been fun. Honestly, a lot of people have been asking me like why my skin has been glowing and whatnot, and it's honestly been because I've chose to live life in a different way, learn how to I've learned how to appreciate my body more and be in tune more so and present with the earth around me. And honestly, along this journey of becoming a plant daddy or plant dad or plant poppy, whatever or however you want to say it, I've met other plant moms and plant dads, and it's just been so cool. Like, honestly, it's always neat and cool and refreshing meeting other people that are so intrigued with the way that plants work, how they are grown, how they are cared for, and using plant-based products, which I will get into the video later. But anywho, the inspiration has been very strong behind why I wanted to become a plant daddy, and honestly, it's been great. The reality of being a plant daddy, just like I said earlier, has just been like so cool. Coming home to a clean environment, to a refreshing environment, is amazing. I bought these peace lilies from Home Depot, and ever since I've put some lilies inside of my home, I've noticed that like the lilies, because they're good air purifiers, my home isn't as dusty as it was before. And even though I dusted and cleaned and vacuumed and whatnot, that helped, but it didn't help so much. So literally putting plants and putting beautiful plants in my home has not only cut down on the amount of dust in my house, but it's also allowed me to add a little beauty to my home as well. Like I said, I have 5 plants in my home now, and I'm looking to definitely add on to that collection and definitely make it a large collection by the end of the year. And later on in the video, I will definitely give y'all a small tour of each plant. Some are named and some are not, because of the specifications of the plants. Jesus, I've already like talked y'all heads off, but anywho, I will say, honestly, some of my favorite plant-based products, and there are a lot of them out there, so I'm sticking to a few of them because these are things that I consume mostly every day, if not every week. I think it's so cool to really see how plants are, how products can be made out of plants. Like, essentially anything that we consume could be plant, well, not everything, but mostly everything could be plant-based. And the products that I've used, the majority of them the majority of the plant-based products that I have used have been very enlightening, and they've definitely changed my experience of how I deal with things. First off, one of my favorite things to use is Chobani Oat Milk. Oat milk is phenomenal, and a lot of people use like oat milk in their coffee, in their lattes or whatnot. I absolutely love Chobani Oat Milk. It doesn't make me sick. It doesn't make me like regular milk. It doesn't make me like have to use the bathroom all of a sudden. It's just a very light and refreshing dairy alternative. One of the things that I also use in my home on the regular is plant-based hand sanitizer. Purell makes an amazing hand sanitizer. I'm gonna include pictures of the plant-based hand sanitizer and these products on themalloyshow.com, as I will be posting a blog about them there as well. But the plant-based hand sanitizer is really cool. It's lighter than the regular hand sanitizer, and it doesn't leave my hands feeling sticky afterwards. I think that's so cool because honestly, using regular hand sanitizer is always not the case for me, because not only does it leave my hands sticky, but it also dries out my hand more. I've also use plant-based laundry detergent. And using plant-based laundry detergent, what I've used is, I think it's a Tide Simple. Yeah, I think it's a Tide Simple. I haven't used it recently because I've stopped using the laundry room that I've used to wash clothes in. But honestly, using a plant-based laundry detergent has been very beneficial for my clothes. I've noticed a difference in the way they've maintained quality more, and also my colored clothes has maintained their quality and color and whatnot. Becoming a plant-based dad has honestly been so refreshing that I've honestly looked to give back more to my environment and being a plant-based dad. And honestly, my family thinks I'm crazy, but I absolutely love recycling. Now, I've heard some ins and outs of recycling, but I think for the most part of caring about separating recyclables from the rest of the trash is like, it's not only fun, but it's also like, it's cool at the end of the day when you come home and know that you've actually cared for the earth more, because not a lot of people care about the earth. I've also, in caring about the environment more as a plant dad, I actually do not own a car, and I use mass transportation more than anything. Now, people may turn their nose up to that in the middle of a pandemic, but I always do my best to wear my mask and whatnot and make sure that I sanitize and everything before I get on mass transit. But mass transit is my main form of transportation, because not only does it cut down on emissions and whatnot, but it's my way of giving back and not polluting the air around us. Yeah, so without further ado, I definitely will be giving y'all a tour of the plants. So here we go. Let's go. So, as I am giving a tour, I will definitely tell y'all the plants' names and whatnot. This one right here is named after my best friend, Brianna. This one right here is actually, and I'm covering up my phone, but this one is named after my best friend, Brianna. This one is named actually after my mom and sister. I've named this one Elizabeth. I've named this one Brianna. And honestly, they have their own characteristics, and I won't go further into detail of why their names their names for their plants. But I've learned to definitely have a relationship with my plants that I definitely appreciate. One of my absolute favorite house plants out of all of my plants would definitely be this one. And shout out to my dear friend Jalen McKee, who is the former Miss Savannah State University. She is a plant mom as well, and her pot is red. Now, I bought this plant as is, and because my dear friend is a Delta, a woman of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the plant has some red notes in it and a red pot as well. So shout out to you, Jalen. And yeah, before I go, because this has been a very long-winded video, I do want to say, if you have any questions in regards to how I live my life as a plant daddy, please be sure to drop them in the comments below. I love engaging with the Malloy list and everybody else that joins the Malloy list community. As I say, all the Malloy lists are kings and queens, and I appreciate y'all. If you have not already, as I said earlier in the video, Subscribe to my channel. Be sure to like and share this video with your family and friends. A shout out to Farmburger for this amazing shirt. And yeah. Also, please be sure to, like I said earlier, check out www.themalloyshow.com/shop for the latest merchandise for the Malloy Show. Also, please be sure to check out the Tea on Peachtree, which is a podcast that I do with my best friend. It is not filmed but recorded here in Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah, without further ado, I really do appreciate y'all for joining me for another episode. Be sure to definitely stay tuned into the Malloy Show. You can follow me on Facebook at Malloy Show, Instagram at the Malloy Show, and Twitter Malloy Show. Thank y'all again so much for watching. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Have an amazing weekend ahead, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.